you go.
You want me to tell you about this wind shaft then?
Yes.
Well, when we took the top off the mill, of course the wind shaft come down as well, it got Eagle Foundry 1784 on it. So I got in touch with Eagle Foundry Oxford, that's Lucy's, you've heard of Lucy's?
Yeah.
And that's called Eagle Foundry. And the manager came over, he was very interested, and he said, that's a little bit before our time, I'm afraid we didn't make it. So he said there's only one more Eagle Foundry in England, and that's at Birmingham. And he would suggest that it was cast at Birmingham and brought up by barge to Oxford,
right,
by the canal. And then how they got it from Oxford I couldn't tell you, but they must have got it by whacking and horses, if that was in 1784, wasn't they? So that's as much as I know about the wind shaft. But we took it away, the more recent one.
Right. And what's the date?
One.
What's the date of the other one, do you know?
No, I wouldn't know that. Before my time.
Okay.
The mill been in our family for, I suppose, about 130, 140 years, I don't know, but it's over 100.
And who was the last? Who was the last miller?
My dad.
Right. And what was his name?
Ezra Cripps.
And when did he give up?
Well, it was last used in 1914.
And what were they milling?
And he gave up because in them days a lot of the farmers had these little Bamford mills, as they called them, portables, you know.
Yeah.
And of course they done their own grinding, you see.
Right.
And it didn't pay. And also he was running Castle Mill at Oxford.
Right.
Him and two more men. He used to walk down from home to Castle Mill to run Castle Mill. That's a water mill, that is. It's gone now. They took it down when Mr. Grubb gave up. I went to work at Cooper's, and they used to make bricks. That's all clay. All that wall behind Littleworth, like the bank, as you might say, is all clay. And Dad worked there for some long time, looking after the boilers and that.
Where's the brickworks? Where is it? Right. And what's there now?
All caravans now.
Right.
Yeah, there was ponds and all there then. We used to go down there fishing. You want to take another one of these?
Yes.
That's a more recent one. Look, I've got just a minute then. You see this one?
Yeah.
Well, that was before they put the other top on, apparently.
Right.
And there is my dad and my granny and one of my uncles.
Don't move the book.
Dad, my granny and one of my uncles there, look. When they used to run the mill.
Right, so when would that have been taken?
When would that be taken?
Yeah.
Before my time.
Well, sort of. What
Probably,
date?
About 80 or 90 years ago, I should think.
Right. Okay, now you can turn the page.
And there's the sailcloth, look, that they used to have to put on.
Uh-huh.
There's none on that one, of course, because it wasn't going there. But that was sailcloth they put on to catch the wind, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And all this, like that's better looking there, the top turns round.
Right.
That's what Chris Wallace is doing now. Did you go in? You didn't go in the mill?
No, not
You wouldn't have told me
yesterday.
you was coming. I'd have took you in.
Well, I really only wanted some pictures to start it off with.
Yeah.
Okay, turn over the page.
Yeah, and... oh, it's this way.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got. There it is, after it's struck by lightning, look, see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't move the book.
Lightning hit that sail piece there, look, and went across the top and split the top right across there. And of course that's when we started taking down, look, see? There it is with the top off. It tells you here.
When was that one?
Lightning. The lightning struck it in 939, just after the war broke out.
So that was when you took the top off, was it?
No, we didn't take the top off till 76.
Right, okay.
76, the top was took off. Elmer's crane people from Crendon, they come and took it off for us. Yeah. Wagon wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that high or low in the mill?
It was all wood, everything was wood.
But is that up high or down low?
Oh, up high, right in the top of the mill.
Right.
It was up here, look, see, there's the small one that goes round the wind shaft, and there was a big one, seven or 8 foot across, went round that way. This is connected to the drive shaft, that's the main shaft, look. And the wind shaft goes that way, probably, we haven't got it here. And of course it drove this wooden cogs, it's all wood, you see, drove them, and then that turned this, and this turns the big wheels at the bottom of the mill. The burr wheels, as they call them. And there's, pardon, the big burr wheel, and 2 small burr wheels that drives the stones.
Right.
If you comes up, I'll take you over it. That's the stones, a pair of stones. Look, here you are. See, look.
Those actually grind the corn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they call the bolter there. That bit, that's the stone, that's the bolter. That was for putting the flour in, and it rotated with a silk screen on it. And that sifted the flour into very fine flour. Then the fine flour came out through a screen, and the coarse flour went straight down into a tub down underneath.
Do we have a picture of the tub?
Yeah.
Where? Turn over, see if we got the tub. No.
There you are, look, here's where we're working. There's the 2 men that was on the top. Well, that's one of them, the other one was directing.
Who were they?
When they took, they worked for Almer's
right.
crane people. Oh yeah, we didn't dare go directing them. There they are up on top, look, when we took it off.
Uh-huh.
It tells you about it, look.
What does it say?
You ain't got to move it. Letting down the delayed compass arms and the brake wheel.
Right. Okay.
There's the waller.
The waller.
Head remover, that's what they call the waller.
Right.
That goes above the small wheel, completely in the top.
Uh-huh.
To control the round, you see.
Right.
What do it say on here? General go of the tower, that is.
I think that's been moved. Okay. What's this?
Mr. Powell working on the temporary roof.
Right. Now that's from down the road, isn't it, that picture?
Yeah, that's taken from out in the lane, look.
Yeah.
Along the lane toward Wheatley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Mr. Powell, Will Flynn and the 2 Grahams that work on the top of the mill tower.
So you had your hard hats.
Neil, Rex, I don't know which Neil that is, examine parts of the curb.
Not your Neil.
Over a cup of tea. There's Mavis's dog.
Yeah.
That's a fellow that used to come and help, apparently.
Right.
This is the boys that Well, they lived at Littleworth actually, and they used to come and help us. They was baker maid.
Right.
And they were very good boys, they come and helped us.
Right.
But this one went and worked before we got here. Oh, there's the doorway, look. That's the doorway toward the garden, I should think. Well, you can see it there.
Yeah, looks like it.
Here's Rex's temporary roof.
That's familiar.
That's the cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to come off, of course, because Chris Wallace is making us a proper one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
What have we got here?
we got the wall. Don't say much on that one. 2 pages showing the professional work being done with Ian posing to show the start of the scaffolding. Well, there's the scaffolding.
Okay.
Ah, there's Rex's roof, look. I don't break it.
That's gone now, isn't it?
That's still on there, yeah.
Okay, say it again.
That's the main driving shaft. There's the bolter.
That's not such a good
Not a very
picture,
good picture,
is
is it?
No.
That's where you put the silk round that drive drum
Yeah.
there. You put the silk round there, and then the fine flour comes out through the silk. There's a chute here where they put the flour in.
Yeah.
There. And then there's another one there that the coarse flour came out of.
Right.
I suppose they use it for pig food or something, I don't know, but...
Nowadays they use it for coating the loaves to make them look
round
fancy.
bread.
Yeah.
Somebody forgot to write on this one.
Well, maybe they thought you'd know what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the drive then. You see the wooden cogs, look, see?
Yes.
Where it drove. That's one of the spur wheels.
Right.
That's down inside, in the bottom, that is.
Uh-huh.
What we got here? There, you can see the wheel, look, looking down through the floor.
Yes.
See, that's all covered up now, because we put the floor is not the proper floor, it's a temporary floor that we done to work. But I've got a lot of boards, alum boards, to put the floor down when the work's done. It's no good putting a good floor down when you've got to work on it, is it?
No. Mind you, the miller had to work on it.
See? There's the main shaft then.
Uh-huh.
That's the main shaft again, look.
That's the top.
Yeah, that's the top.
Uh-huh.
That crisscross stuff is to keep him upright.
Right.
That's what he put on. It don't belong to the mill officially, you see.
Right, so that's coming off, is it?
That's to keep him from tipping over.
Right.
That's the other wheel, look, that drives from the top.
Uh-huh.
And you can only see the top's in there. There he is again. There's the rim wheel then. That's for the running gear wheel. There's all the cogs in it, look, see?
Is that on top of the wall?
That's on top of the wall, yeah. Right on the top. Now Chris has got all this back on.
Great.
I'll show you that if you want to come up.
Okay.
And he's got all the running gear wheels, plates on as well. This has all got cogs in, but of course he's repaired the best ones, like repaired them that was damaged, and the best ones, of course, he's didn't need to repair, you see, he kept them.
That's good.
And, he's put all this back on now, and some new there to keep the wheels in. There's that water again, look. Oh, I've got 2 pages here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the outside of the mill. That's the ladder where they was going up, apparently.
Or down?
Ah, well, please yourself.
Okay. I had them in my attic for a while.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was I can't remember his name, but he used to do quite a bit for charity. And he promised to make us some. Well, Susan, you know Susan all right.
Yeah.
He said he'd do about 60.
Oh,
50 or
goodness.
60. So Susan ordered 60.
Gosh.
And we rigged him up the bed in the mill. And Mavis fed him. And all that. And he only done 5 in the week.
Goodness.
Complete failure it was. Yeah. So we had these on our hand, and then Bert, my cousin, he's dead now. We had open day at Marlborough House, is it? Yeah. And he done some there and demonstrated, and then Bob had to go at doing some, and I think we sold them or gave them away eventually.
They're gone.
It cost a lot of money they did. Got them from Ready Cut.
Oh, yes.
And poor old, I think that's why Susan gave up the secretaryship, to tell you the truth, because she was so upset over it.
Mm.
Because we spent a lot of money on them and then it was a failure. That's where they've been made, though. Here you are, there's a bit more. I don't know what that is up there. Are you looking at this?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I better stop.
No, you talk about it.
New oak window frame it got here somewhere. Rex Powell, Wilf was our instigator of having it all done, you know, Will Foreman.
Yeah.
You've heard of him?
Yeah, I met him.
You met him?
Yeah.
He was the instigator of getting me to have it done, and Mr. Audley Miller.
Well, I think it's
He was
important.
our chairman one time a day.
Was he?
Yeah.
Before
When
my
we
time.
first had the meeting, we had it in the Marybells. There was 20 odd of them
Gosh,
on the committee.
that's a lot.
Half a weekly, but a lot of them all fell through. Flying Officer Parson, I think it was. He lived up top of Ladder Hill. He was on the committee. And Mr. Windows, he lived up Kill Lane. He was a committee man. They was very good. You done with this page?
Yes, thank you. What's that?
Jim working at, Jimmy Munn. Jimmy Munn that worked for Mr. Powell. He worked for Mr. Powell and he come up and done quite a lot. $1980, restoration work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he was he wasn't a carpenter officially, but he was a good carpenter. He was a doctor of science.
Right.
Up in one of the laboratories, I think it's up South Parks Road, isn't they, I think? Yeah.
Yes, the science buildings
Yeah,
in
up there,
South
he
Parks
was
Road.
he was good, he was. And then he came over and, it was him and Wilf and Gordon and a young...
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the farmer used to back the horse with the cart, of course, with the corn in, up against, underneath there, and there's a chain should come down here. This is what they call the sack hoist. The chain should come down, and the miller, of course, gave the chain to the man, the farmer, and he just hooked it round the top of the sack, got a little fancy hook thing on it, and there was a rope here that worked from right up the top, and you just pulled the rope and it wound the chain up, you see, right up here, and then it went to the next floor, because that's the corn floor, the next floor is the corn floor. This is the grinding floor, this one. As you can see, there's the stones. You better take a picture of them as well. This, of course, wasn't here. This is Mr. Powell added this for when people come visit the mill, they didn't fall out. Now, this is a pair of stones. There's two stones there. And the corn came down a chute from the corn floor. That was a big bin, like that, only that's dilapidated. Came down into this, and this keeps going. See?
Yeah.
The corn came out of there, trickled through there, down between the two stones. Got it? Yeah. And then there's another big chute, I got it downstairs, another chute that went down into a big bin under the bottom window, and then that was flour there. That's where it went to. And then the miller shoveled it out into a sack, and you'll see where the sack hangs in there, and shoveled it out into the sack, but he always used a wooden shovel, because you didn't dare have a steel one in case it sparked, you see. Got it?
Right.
Through there, I'll put it on the wheel, took it, and when the corn got below the level of the string, it rung the bell so that the miller knew anywhere he was in the mill that he'd got to replenish the corn sort still, you see. And as I say, this get revolving, and if you looked on here, you'd see it better if you come. There's a flint here, and I suppose that flint, this actually, that should go up in there, look, see, there's a hole up in there, and then it grows. See, look?
Yeah.
Let's put this back, this is the bottom roll. There you are, this the other side, the other side. This damsel, that keeps going round, it's driven, you see it better on here. It's, there. That goes down in between the stones, and it's driven on that square, you can see it down there, look. Driven on that, and that turns that damsel round to keep, to vibrate the corn down.
Right.
This pair of stones, of course, is no good, as you can see, but that's a very good pair, that pair.
Say that again.
This pair of stones would be English stones. Those are what they call French burrs. They're made in England, but they're made in separate pieces, look, see, you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But these are complete stones, like one piece.
Right.
Will said he should think they come from Derbyshire. It's Derbyshire stone. Let's put this back in. There.
Okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I say, it goes through ash flour to the bottom floor.
Right.
Got us to do the mill, got me to do the mill, is open, somebody one day might make us a new one. It's what they call a bolter, and the flour is put through this chute, see? Do you see it?
Yeah.
And it goes through in between here, and this is only put on to show you, but it was covered in silk, fine silk. This is put on to show people, see, this is covered in fine silk. And this spins round, driven off a wheel that's on here. Will made a mock-up of this. And then the coarse flour went out to another chute that was there, but the fine flour went into a big tray. that was down there. So you had very, very fine flour and coarse flour. I presume, well, they could be used it for brown bread, I suppose, or for pig's food or something.
Right.
There's not many of these about. I did see a mill on television that had got one, but I don't think there's many of these about. Of course, Will said it's no good as it is, but it would probably get somebody, but I don't expect we'd ever get anybody to make one for us. If you falls.
I won't fall.
I don't expect I could manage it, but...
I won't fall.
Tell me when you bunch your head out.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Say it again.
These are screens Mr. Powell made to keep the weather out. But Chris, you'll see when you get up there, Chris had to take them off to do his repairs, you see. So
right.
we kept them here because I ought to put them back on. Because if the snow comes, it'll dry them.
Yeah.
They goes round, and they hang on the wire round the top. That's where the corn bin stood there. This is all the new boards that I've got, look. We managed to get hold of. Cost a lot of money to have them cut up. And we got, oh, you never see them downstairs, all new beams and joists would be put in. See, these are new. They're all new, and all the joists and that sign downstairs is all new.
Right, you going up?
You want to go a bit higher?
Yeah.
I'll go and open the gate.
Go.
Well, now, this, as I say, Chris repaired all the running gear, look, see? It's got to have all new cocks in, as you can see. I think there's about 120 cocks to put in it. And this is new. And if you look on the channel end at the back here, you can't take a picture on it because it's too far down. But he's replenished all this. And he's at present, I think, making a top for us. He came up last week and done some measuring. Can you take a picture of that?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Yep. Go.
It's right round, completely round. It's what they call a running gear, you see. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a running where the wheels that turns the top runs in this channel end, you see, this metal channel end.
Right.
And these are the original ones, these are. He repaired them that wanted doing, but I think there was only about 3, and the rest are the old ones. I'll show you the wheels down there. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. But he took the wheels away to replenish them. Well, that's only what they call a shake. It's not right through, it's only the top.
Right, I'm going to do some viewing now.
Do you have to look like that?
Yeah.
That's Littleworth, as you know, I presume.
Yes.
There's the gas works, look.
How exciting.
The gasometer. Can you get that from there?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
If you watch Mavis, she's dead.
Caller.
Shaft that goes right through to the bottom to drive the mill, and the sails goes onto here. I'll show you you can take a photo of it. The wind shaft is down there, and that goes onto this, and of course the sails, you could turn the mill to wherever you wanted to with the running on those wheels. There used to be a gantry here, and the miller wound the gear that turned the mill completely round. Went round with all these cogs. Of course the cogs are here to stop it from moving, you see. But I'm afraid it's got a little bit bad, but Chris is going to cut it in half and put a new piece in, he said. Oh! Wait! Wave! Better be so. You can see Wheatley Church, can't you?
Yeah.
And that's, well, not.
Why?
Well, it wasn't very safe, the other one, wasn't I didn't think, and one or two complained. But officially, I think this one belongs to Rex Powell, and he left it up here, and I thought, well, why shouldn't we use it?
Yeah.
This, of course, this don't belong to the mill. That's what he had for getting in and out when he was doing the repairs.
Mm-hmm.
We put all new windows in. Look, well, he put them in, but John and me glazed them, put the glass in. Right.
Yeah.
Drove off a shaft with a wheel on from there onto these cogs here, look, see. Of course, this goes round, you see, when the mill's working.
Uh-huh.
Obviously. And the wheel drove into these cogs with that wheel there, well, one look it, driving onto a belt that was there. You ought to think the belt to be here somewhere. Look over there.
Where is it?
Drove onto there.
Where's the belt?
There's a belt there. Look. I presume that's the one. One of these is. There's ever so many here. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Here one day he rigged it up to show people how it worked. But we had to take it down when this is all new. As you can see.
Uh-huh.
All the joists, and that's a new beam. Can you see that beam?
Yeah.
That big beam?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's new, that is. But this is the original. This is the original beam, but these horns are put on because the end was gone.
Right.
And that, there's a plate on there to stop it breaking, coming in the two, look, see?
Whoa. Slow down.
Yeah?
Where's the plate?
Here. Here's a plate, a back plate. Rex put that on. Rex put that plate on so that it didn't, and it's bolted right through here, look, so
I
it's
see.
right to the top. That's where that wheel drove through there, you see.
Right.
Where that shaft went, where that piece is cut out. So it must have been here originally, mustn't it? For
Yeah.
them to cut that out.
Yeah.
Here's all how it all works. Look here. Do you want to take that for information?
No.
Because you can have it if you like and give it me back.
I'm filming it now.
There's that damsel as I told you about that drives onto the stone.
Yeah.
There's the corn in the bin, look, see, look.
Mm-hmm.
The latch entered properly. I'm sure of that. Did all these. Yeah, we done all these, but the treads are new, but the risers we use the old ones. If you knows what the treads and risers are.
I do.
Good.
Okay.
They're the wheels that runs in the channel then that turns the complete top of the mill round.
Right.
You saw, I showed you the channel in, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, they're the wheels that runs into it. Let's stand one up, it'll look better. Some of them are beveled. Now these are all flat ones. It's what they call the waller.
Right.
That goes on the top above the brake wheel, right on the top of this shaft.
Right.
I brought it in because Desmond that used to come and help us was going to do a bit of repairs on it, but I'm afraid he's got beyond it and he had a stroke whilst he was up here, so...
Dear, oh dear.
Yeah. And he was in burr wheel, as you could see. That drives on that shaft that you saw right at the top. That goes right through the mill to drive it. And it drives, if you notice here, there's the small burr wheels that drives the stones. This beyond you. You'll have to turn round. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
That's what drives the stones.
Right.
And they're controlled by that arm there, look, that goes up.
Yeah.
You see? Well, you can see it better on that one, over there. Lifts some or drops them. There's the arm.
What lifts them?
That lifts that arm.
Yeah.
That lifts the burr wheels up and down to contact this big wheel, this big burr wheel. The cogs, look, see, at present, if you look at present, they're out of mesh, you see, look.
Yeah.
You drop them down, you see, to
Right.
drive on there.
I see.
Got it?
Yeah.
I think the chute, here's the chute. Came down the chute there into a big bin that stood here,
Right.
the flour bin. And then the miller hung it up onto those there and weighed the sacks. He had a pair of scales in there and weighed the sacks, you see.
Right.
And he showed it out. That's a pulley that a rope pulley that is, but that's not used in the mill, but only if you've got to lift anything. Well, it's a bit unique. It's got two fireplaces in it. See? That's a stirrup pump that I put in there in case we had a fire. Yes, it's very... There's 2 fireplaces. Wilf said he don't know of another mill with fireplaces in.
No.
And there's one more thing I can tell you that makes it more unique than that. It's octagonal.
Of course.
You don't get an octagonal mill.
No.
It's usually round, you see.
Yeah.
This is what they call a tower mill.
Yeah.
And it's octagonal, as you can see. 8-sided. Years ago, before my time, and probably before my dad's, they used to grind ochre here.
Yes.
They dug the ochre up in the ochre pits, up in Shotover, and it was brought here, and it drove off this, out through here, oh, we've got some sunshine now, there's a mock-up of it, what Wilf drawn, to show you what it was like. And it drove off there, onto a belt that went out through the top of the door, and they used to grind the ochre. And you knew Dr. Hassel, did you not?
Yes.
Well, in his memoirs, I think there's some in here, he says that they shipped it to China, and it was refined in China, and then they sent it back here to make paint, because ochre one time of day was the main body of paint, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose, I don't expect it does it now, they use it lead and Lord knows what now, but it was the main body of paint, and they shipped it to China, so he said, and then brought it back here again. This is the finial. That goes right up in the middle of the mill. Look, wait a minute. Look at that.
Okay.
You take any pictures?
I've got it.
Oh. There it is, look. Oh. There it is, look, the finial.
Yeah.
Goes right up in the centre of the roof.
Yes.
That do. And all... Oh, that's the logbook in there. These are all bits that he wants saved to... This is where we were taking it down, look.
Yeah.
There's the crane that was taking it down. They're all in this book here. What's happened to this one?
That's it.
The governors look, but they don't control the speed of the mill, they control the speed of the stones. You see, they works off that there with this arm. See the arm, look?
Hang on.
So as you wound it up, this lifts that wheel, look, see? And of course, the harder, the shorter it is, the faster it went, you see?
Yeah.
And that controlled the speed of the stones. If you wanted the stones to run slow, you naturally dropped it down, you see?
Yeah.
But if you come through this side again and looked up there,
Say it again.
you see, as I say, you'll see if you look there, where it's made purposely to allow